Hey everyone, it's MeraMangle.
And Fabrielle.
And welcome to another Mangled morning.
Woo!
That was a good clink today.
Clinkity-dink-dink.
Oh, you look refreshed and floral.
Thank you. We're giving lavender and hydrangea today.
Yeah, oh, and hydrangea's appropriate because today we're talking about the UK. And there is a Northern Ireland girl, like Blue.
Blue hydrangea, and Madonna loathes hydrangeas.
Well, so does Pangina. Today we're going to be talking about the UK versus not versus anything. We did that yesterday. The other day.
UK versus itself.
Right, UK versus UK. England versus Northern Ireland versus Wales versus Scotland. Although I don't think there's anyone from Scotland.
Oh.
I'm jumping ahead again. Today we're looking at the Season 7 rumored cast for RuPaul's Drag Race UK.
That's crazy. Season 7.
I can't, but it's mind-blowing. I know that we watched 6, but there's something about the number 7 that sounds like way...
It sounds like we're getting up there.
It sounds way higher. Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, maybe it's because that's when the US one started to feel like a shift. Like, it got bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
And so it's like, whoa, we're already here?
We're already here.
How are we at that?
I don't know how.
This is something they're rumored to be filming currently. And these girls are either still gone or just got back.
Since you've been gone.
Right.
They're Kelly Clarkson.
Not relevant to the UK at all. So we're going to take a look at I think it's 12 rumored queens for the 7th season of UK.
Yeah.
And just go over our thoughts and see if we see any standouts and if it makes us excited or if we see any sort of narrative, a potential of what route they're going to go. Because, the UK, I would say, is typically pretty well produced in terms of they have an idea of where or what type of performer they want to crown.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's pretty clear.
Yeah.
Although I think they're smart that they choose people that do deserve it.
Right.
They might not be the strongest overall for the season, but they always do, belong there. So,
yeah, for sure. And I feel like the UK is a specific, you have to be like a touch campy, you have to have comedy chops for sure.
Only Crystal Versace didn't have them, but everyone else,
true.
had to
That's
have
true.
some comedy chops.
But I feel like Vivienne really set that precedent,
She sure did. She was a perfect first winner.
Yeah, for sure. And now it's just continuing that legacy of who can be the UK doll.
I'm very Lawrence Chaney coded today.
You are. Blue Hydrangea and Lawrence Chaney are here.
Oh, we're 2 winners. 2 winners.
2 UK winner chicken dinners.
Before we get into the UK cast, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Like the video, and join the Patreon, where you can see all kinds of additional content you can't see on YouTube, plus you're helping support the channel. Now, you can also support the channel by tipping on Venmo or CashApp, or the YouTube thanks, and you'll be featured in a future video.
Yes.
I have a merch picture here from JJ.
Oh.
Did like a little photo shoot in his Mangled Morning t-shirt.
Okay, that's not a JJ, that's a Slay. Okay.
Right. Taking off the jacket, and then said, look at this pit. You like that pit?
Look at this pit, the Mangled Morning pit.
No, I love it. And you can get that at dragqueenmerch.com or additional designs available in my Redbubble store as well. And the links are below. So let's get into it. And we're just going to go alphabetical by first name. In some cases, they only have one first name, like Bones, who's up first, from London.
She looks fun.
Yeah, very different alt aesthetic, I would say.
Yeah.
She always has like this, it looks like some sort of symbol on her forehead.
Yeah. I feel like she's very Chiron Thrax coded
but
from the first glance.
I would say like a sexier, like she gives like sensual vibes, which Chiron never gave that.
No, yeah.
Chiron went more camp.
Right. Bones, that's a fun name. That definitely elicits something.
Yeah, I want to know why they are named Bones.
Yeah.
But it's fun. And it's memorable.
Very memorable. I love it. I'm excited.
It's like when I try to go buy Mangle. Just Mangle.
Well, that's Steve. But I feel like Bones fits her.
It kind of does. Bones isn't as jarring for some reason. You'd think it would be worse. You know who she reminds me of, especially in that bottom picture? Venus from Canada.
Ooh, I
see
see
a little Venus
in the
vibes.
smolder.
Yeah. Up next is Bonnie and Clyde, which is such a great name.
It's a cute name.
From Manchester.
She looks campy and fun.
But still stunningly gorgeous with the mug. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I think of with UK. They can't be fun, but also can still serve the glamour. Like, to be a winner.
Right, for both. Yeah. I love Bonnie and Clyde. That's funny. That's a cute name. I feel like that's another thing UK does is pun names.
The thing I love most about UK is, one, they are typically good at all the comedy comedy challenges work on UK.
Yeah, because they're good at comedy.
Except for on season 3.
Right.
That Tredlexa.
Yeah, that was
a bad idea, though.
That was a terrible idea.
Also, the other thing I really think of is the workroom banter between the queens. It's unmatched.
Yeah.
I would say that season, 17 that we're on right now, it's not like the same, but it has that electricity in the workroom that UK does. UK leans more into, like, it's funny, though.
Because sometimes I tune out a little bit, like when they're getting ready, and I'm like, but
right.
UK,
because you're used to the formula of the show. But UK, it's always still, like, integral.
Yeah. And I feel like when they do bring up, like, a social issue or, like, a political thing, it's genuine, it's not, like, out of nowhere.
Yeah, I will say,
out of the blue hydrangea.
Actually, if we're going to praise franchises for workroom stuff, Canada is still top tier for workroom conversations. And doing stuff that no one has talked about, like they're like next level.
For sure.
But that's the serious stuff,
Right.
They're like, they're probably the best well-rounded.
They read each other.
For the workroom.
Yeah.
How would you say that first name? Catrin?
Catrin Feelings? Catching Feelings. That's it's supposed to be a pun.
But it's Catrin?
Catrin, like Katrina, but without an A.
Right. Catrin Feelings?
Catrin.
Yeah, Catrin Feelings.
Yes.
Catrin Feelings. You gotta say it fast enough.
Catrin Feelings. You go to... That was Australian. I don't know.
She's not from Australia. She's from Wales.
Ooh. The Wales girls get me together. I love Tayris and Eyebrows. What's her name?
Oh, from the last one? That's what I was thinking of.
What's her name?
Oh, it starts with an A, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And she's in a relationship with the northern girl.
Yeah. She always had an A in her eye. It sounded like a medicine. Octavia.
I knew it was an A.
Octavia, because she loves yogurt that makes her poop.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
But, she's also from Wales.
Right.
I was like, why did we bring her up?
Why did we move on from this? But also, she's giving me very classic UK drag.
Yeah.
I'm seeing it exactly what we kind of just saw with the last queen.
Yeah. The stamp, and they're ready to do a cabaret act.
Yeah.
And...
mugged, but looks are polished.
See, I feel like that's one thing with the Wales girls, though. They can kick and buck. Like Octavia and Tayris, like they can perform and they lip sync. So I don't know. Just off of a first glance in a photo, I don't...
You don't know? Yeah, she's wearing a pantsuit, though. So you wouldn't, you don't see...
Well, if a pantsuit means she's ready to move, though, right?
But I would see her moving more like Eliza, like a kick... Like a
kickball change.
Right. Versus like what those girls do.
Right.
Whatever the hell Octavia's doing. She's doing everything. The most.
Everything, everywhere, all at once.
Very that.
The movement.
Okay. Chai Tea Grande?
Yes, that's a cute name. Is she related to Tia? Tia Coffee? Chai Tea?
I don't know. She's Ariana Grande, though. That's your girl.
I mean, she's got the last name for sure.
And the top picture, she got the ponytail.
Oh, yeah.
It's a great name.
Half up, half down.
She's from London. Well, I feel like a lot of times a drag queen doing like a full-on ponytail is a half up, half down. Cause, like,
you gotta, because
it's
you gotta
heavy
cover
too.
the back.
And like you gotta keep that wig on.
And then sometimes the wigs, what they do, like in the back, it looks kind of nasty.
Yeah.
So.
It's shocking how many queens we see with like their kitchen still showing on the runway. And that's all they got ready for today is that runway.
Right.
Like, why are we seeing all that?
And
why don't they say anything? Anyway, back to
Nobody brings it up. But we're bringing up chai tea, and that is my go-to order when I go to a cafe.
Oh.
I get a dirty chai,
which
is a chai tea with 2 shots of espresso in it because I need caffeine.
Right.
And Mera knows because I be going through her energy drinks.
I'm going through them when you're not here, too. No, I mean, it's a great name.
Yeah.
I feel like the makeup from what I saw, is a little... There's... room for improvement.
Maybe she's already starting her narrative.
She does look really young.
She does look really, really young, so maybe...
She seems, just from first appearance, I would guess that she's the youngest we've seen.
And she's really pretty, though. So, she's pretty. I feel like
got a good face.
The makeup can be adjusted here and there, and it could be real... And she could be Stuntralina.
Right. Elle Vosque is next, and she's our Northern Ireland girl from...
It's supposed to be like Elvis. Elle Vosque.
Elle Vosque.
Or maybe that's just a coincidence. She's from Belfast. Oh, that's where Blue's from. And Chara.
Yeah, she's got the bright colors like them.
Yeah. Oh,
but
maybe
still
that's
different.
the thing for Belfast. Belfastian drag.
She's giving, again,
color.
I'm seeing a theme of giving what we've seen in past seasons from that place, however, more sensual.
Yeah. More
like,
sexy.
Because those girls have no, like, I love them both, but there's no sex appeal in drag.
Yeah.
You know, like, they're camp, and they're like...
Right.
They're for children.
Right, they're for children. Yeah.
She's a little bit more adult.
Her mug looks gorgeous.
Stunning, yeah.
I feel like she would be a runway girl,
I love
sure.
that heavy eye.
Yeah, that's
eyelid.
Stunning. And yellow is a hard color to pull off, and she slayed that.
Although half the winners last year pulled it off. That's how they won.
Well...
Yellow was the thing. Maybe she could have used that to manifest.
Ooh, true. Yellow's the color of winners.
I forgot about that. I wonder if we'll see any themes like that this year.
Yes.
We haven't had any winners yet, though. God, last year we had Belgium, UK versus the world, winners. And España. Like, by the time Nymphia won, we already had 5 winners.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. And Venus.
Oh, wow, that's true.
Anyway.
But she looks beautiful. And I feel like she would turn... Oh, and also maybe a little bit of Lil I could see in her.
Okay, yeah.
Like, I feel
Lil
like
she had a little bit more of the sexy vibe.
Little edge. Yeah, behind it.
Yeah, I like that she feels like something a little bit different from...
Not to compare, because Ireland. I feel like every time we, like...
That's all we've been doing is comparing.
When we mention queens, I don't think it's a negative thing, though. Like,
when
you're new, that's what you do.
We don't know them, so that's all we can reference.
That's all we have to go off of. So don't attack us in the comments if we are comparing. It's not a negative thing.
You know what? Either way, you can attack us as long as you leave a comment.
Leave a comment.
It's important. The algorithm. Sorry, what were you going to say?
No, that was it. I wasn't going to...
Don't attack us.
Don't attack us, please. But if you want to...
that's why we're doing it.
If you want to comment and attack us, that's fine.
Next is Nyongbella.
Now, she's giving me Grace Jones.
Very that.
The house style.
Very
edgy.
Art queen.
Yeah. Art to art. Now, she looks like a new type of drag we really haven't seen.
She looks like a baby, too.
Yeah. Well, she only has, like, I think 3 pictures on her Insta.
I noticed that, yeah. There's not much there. Like, she's still a mystery for sure.
But you know what? A lot of...
Great face, though.
I know people who've been doing drag for years that archive everything. Or they, like, will take a picture and I'll be like, girl, that looks so gorgeous. Like, my drag niece, Wilhelmina Macabre, I'll be like, that is the most gorgeous picture ever, and she will not post it. Sometimes they can have a lot of drag in their arsenal, but they just archived it all.
Who's to say that she didn't do that right before she left for the show?
Yeah,
I mean, it does...
To remain a mystery.
Yeah. It makes it so that you can't prejudge, because there's literally no full body pictures. Like, these are the most you could see of her. Actually, the top one...
She looks tall, though.
She could be, yeah.
Yeah.
But people...
But, like, just looking... You know how some people have, like, tall face? I feel like she looks like a model.
She has tall face.
Like, tall face. Like, not that her face is literally tall, but she, like...
I hear horse face is what you're saying.
No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying she, like, looks like a model. So, I feel like she would probably be tall. I would be like shocked if she was short.
Yeah.
What's on her head on that first one?
Syringes.
Ooh, it's kind of pinhead.
Oh, syringes are coming out of it.
That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, we were just talking about how earlier this week...
That's a fun, different way to do it.
It's a different way to do the syringe plastic surgery thing.
And her ears are gone. She put, like, a bald cap on.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
She looks fun.
Yeah.
She's already my favorite.
And in the bottom, she's giving very Lady Gaga telephone.
Lady Gaga. And she just looks stunning.
Yeah, she's very different queen there, so versatility with the mug.
Mm-hmm.
Up next is Paige 3 from London.
She's Sasha Colby's daughter.
Really?
Yes.
I was going to say she reminds me of Sminty.
Oh, I could see that.
With the mug.
I saw that she's Sasha Colby, or in the House of Colby, in the UK branch of the government.
I was going to say, like, I feel like if you're a Colby, you should have that name in there somewhere, though.
Maybe she's so
what the hell does Page 3 mean?
Isn't that usually like, or no, that's Page 6, isn't it?
That's a US magazine.
The tabloids. Yeah, maybe that's their Page 3 in the UK. Maybe they put the, like, celebrities on Page 3.
Huh.
Probably
They put them on a lot of pages there.
I would probably, I mean, like...
It probably means something.
Chapel Roan is Sasha Colby's daughter, but she doesn't have Colby in her name.
Well, I mean...
You said that's a whole other different story.
Then, I mean, because Miley Cyrus has claimed Alyssa as her mom and Kylie Sneak Love, and it changed. You know, like,
that's different.
People have different meanings when it comes to, like, family.
Right.
Drag family.
Wonder if, like, she is her mom, or if Sasha visited and was
She does look fierce, though.
She does. And I think she has the most followers out of all these people.
Oh, I didn't pay attention to that.
Not that, I mean... Who cares about the numbers? Because you can have a lot of followers.
Oh, it can change after it airs.
That's true. But I feel like she looks like a fierce competitor.
She does look fierce. And again, the sensual theme. They want a sensual
Everybody
winner.
Is sexy.
I'm going to guess that they want a sexy winner.
Everybody took
Have we never
substance.
really had one? I mean, Crystal was, though.
Yeah.
But,
she was, yeah.
Wait a minute. Like, she gave sensual.
A truly sexy. I mean, I feel like the Vivienne was very sexy. But, like,
She didn't give sexy. She gave more fierce.
Yeah.
Like, boss energy.
I guess. Yeah. And I guess I find that sexy.
Like, that power song that she did very much is, like, how I think of Vivienne. Like, I've got the power.
Right.
Which can be very sexy.
Right. But they're, like, sex siren.
Sensual.
Yeah. Vixen-y.
Yes. Up next, we go from the sensual to the comedic.
Oh.
And I love this name. Pasty Kween.
Oh.
From London.
Or also, is it Pasty?
Oh.
Like a Danish.
Pasty
right?
Kween.
Like a pastry.
Okay.
Because don't they call that like a pasty? That's how I read it, but pasty is probably right.
The first thing I saw was Pasty Kween. And she is particularly
She is
pale.
kind of pale.
I don't know if someone's doing this to her or what, or if she just how it goes in her life.
Yeah.
Where that's where the camera happens to be available, but all her pictures are outside. Under, like, you know, bad outside lighting.
She's
like,
she's a girl on the go.
You know what? And if the schedule is booked and that's when you have time to do it, I don't blame you.
She does a lot of brunches where they sell
Yes.
pasties at the brunches.
Okay.
Maybe that's why she's always outside.
I'm sure it's one or the other.
And it would be funny if you were always outside, wouldn't you be tan?
Not necessarily with a face full of makeup and wigs.
Or in London, I guess. Is she from London? Yeah.
Yeah.
But
well, if she's from those islands, it's going to be gloomy most of the time. Although her pictures look like it's very bright and shiny.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't love that for her, but she does seem fun.
I love a camp queen,
Yeah.
and that's what she's giving.
Very colorful.
Yeah.
Big hair, big makeup. Kind of classic camp queen.
I feel like these two pictures look like two completely different people.
That's the problem doing pictures outside.
Yeah.
That's the only way I could get a full body shot of her.
Yeah.
I try to get one that has, like, a mug shot and then one that's, like,
Oh,
shows a little bit more of
the body,
a full
yada,
look.
yeah. Well, off of first glance, maybe I'm getting a little Kate Bush tease from her.
For sure,
So,
yeah.
I mean, with a little bit of better mug than Kate.
Oh!
But no shade. Love Kate. I don't think anyone loves Kate for her mug. But I do love this mug, which you can get at Redbubble. Or I'm kidding.
Yeah, you can. Or Drag Queen merch.
Or dragqueenmerch.com.
Up next is Sally Trademark from
Ooh.
South Shields, England. I've never heard of South Shields.
I think I follow her as well. She turns looks.
Her looks are pretty epic.
I think she went to, like, the Sasha Velour.
That's exactly who she reminded me of. Now, if you told me she was Sasha Velour's daughter, I would believe it.
I would believe it.
The makeup, though, is very graphic. The makeup, could be like, actually kind of like Activia or
Yeah.
Maybe a mix of Activia and Blue. And the looks are very like Colby, or not Colby, Velour.
They look so elegant.
Yeah,
Like,
very well constructed.
And just
well thought out.
fashion.
Yeah.
So hopefully she can bring...
But still so drag because they're camp in a sense,
in the
too.
scale and the size and the
yeah.
proportions of the body. And I hope that she can bring comedy. Because I feel like that's something we see on UK specifically, is if they turn the fashion, they don't always turn the comedy, and if they turn the comedy, they don't always turn the
Gorgeous.
fashion. Well, Cheddar Gorgeous and, like, Davina De Campo, exceptions to the rules.
Davina didn't do fashion, though. Well, I guess her runways
she
were
did.
actually good.
She did
She's just not a fashion girl in real life.
Yeah, IRL.
She's a red wig and a
She's
silver
a
dress
red
girl.
wig and a purple dress.
Oh. You know what? I'm fine with it. I love Davina, so I'll be
Right.
runner up.
But
No,
she
yeah.
looks fun.
She seems the most intriguing for the runway based on first impressions.
Yeah.
I actually thought the same thing, but I wasn't thinking because she was fashion about comedy. I was just thinking because she looks so serious in all her pictures.
Yeah. Which I feel like a lot of the times the fashion girls take themselves too seriously.
You know, years ago when we did this for UK season 2, I said about Lawrence, I was like, she's giving nothing in the face though, because she was modeling like this, you know, very serious.
Oh.
Her pictures before drag, all of them used to be dead serious.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I don't think she could deliver comedy though.
And she
was like, she could deliver the fashion, but she's too serious.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
And lo and behold, it's probably the most famous comedy queen.
That just shows you that, like, first impressions can be wrong.
Yeah.
And when you're judging off of a photo, it can also be wrong. So,
that's why Lexi Love is so impressive on this current season, because she represents herself just how she does on social media, which is so hard to do.
Yeah. I wonder where Trademark comes from.
Yeah, I wonder where this name,
Sally Trademark. I bet Sally Beauty's going to come for her.
Maybe that's why. Came for her. Maybe her name was Sally Beauty and she had to change it to Sally Trademark.
Oh,
like
Gagatrandra. Sally Beauty would be a cute name for a drag queen. I do enjoy that. Hopefully she can change it back if it's that. Jan Sport did.
Right. Silllexa Diction?
That sounds correct.
Silllexa Diction.
Are there 3 L's?
There are, and I double-checked that like 3-4 times.
Girl is crazy.
Up next is Silllexa Diction.
Ooh, that's kind of a vocal warm-up.
Is
Silllexa Diction.
I feel like it's supposed to be like a play on dyslexia.
Oh, see, I thought she was just being very select with her diction. Select addiction.
I was thinking she was doing her...
addiction. She's addicted to Sillexing.
Silllexa addiction.
I don't know. Is there a pun? There's probably not a pun.
I mean, I see multiple options for...
Who is that? Geneva Carr, we thought was a pun name, and it was like, I don't think it is a pun.
Why'd you remind me of that? That just made me sad.
But maybe it'll make sense when we see her.
I think it's fun, and I actually like the idea of it being based on, like, diction or addiction or even dyslexia, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I think all 3 of those options could be interesting if they make sense for her.
I feel like on the UK, we're getting, like, medicinal-sounding names. We've got Chiranthrax, we've got Octavia, but she looks gorgeous. Another look queen for sure.
Another look queen, but also, again, sensual, sexual.
Very sexy. That's true. Maybe they were like, you know what?
Looks incredible.
We're missing the sex tease.
Yeah. I guess that I feel like that's what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
I guess because I'm doing so much. Like, when I put all this together, I'm actually not looking or thinking of, like, what's the narrative? What am I seeing? I'm just like, oh, God, I got more slides to do. That's all, I've got more stuff to work on.
Oh, no. Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's not something I, like, premeditated, but it does really, truly seem to be a theme of a sexier group. Next is Tayris Mongardi.
Ooh, Tayris sounds prettier.
Tayris Mongardi.
But I could see it being Tayris.
It gives me a fashion name, like a fashion-related name.
It sounds like a spell from Harry Potter, like Tayris Mongardi.
I could see that too. Either way, it's like a brand.
Yeah, for sure.
She's from Brighton.
Ooh.
Is Brighton where Joe Black is from and they have a bad track record?
I think so. I think Joe Black is from Brighton.
But I feel like the few girls that we've had don't end up going very far.
The future isn't too bright for the Brighton girls.
Very distinct mug.
What's going on with the eyebrow? Oh, it's just really high.
Well, here she's got, like, a color up in it on the top picture, like the
interesting.
Gray. She's got, like...
I love the freckles.
Multiple brows on the top one.
Yeah. I love the freckles.
Yeah, cool, different makeup. The bottom one, it's, like, toned down, but still, like, the very angled brow.
And I prefer that one.
Yeah, I do too, because the print's gorgeous. And the blonde looks really good on her.
She looks pretty.
Bringing prints.
She's not afraid of prints.
Interesting makeup. Still feels like, based on looking at her, like, still feels like she's a wild card. Like, I don't know what she'll deliver.
I can't really clock.
She's also giving fierce. Yeah. Probably a little sensual as well.
From that top photo, she looks like she's a dancer or a mover.
It's giving me that, yeah.
Like, I could get that vibe. But then the second photo is very elegant and, like, pageanty almost, but,
very royalty queen.
Yeah. Regal. So I would love to see. I can't really clock what kind of vibe she's giving, but sometimes those are the best.
I like that, though.
Kind of queens.
Yeah. You want to be surprised.
Well-rounded.
Next, she is well-rounded and was on Queen of the Universe already.
Yes!
Viola.
Yes.
She came in, like, 5th or 6th on her season of Queen of the Universe.
Queen of the Universe. Now, bottom one is not a viola, right?
That is her. Oh.
Like the instrument? The top one's a viola. But is the bottom one, isn't that like a cello?
I don't know. I just realized they're two different ones.
Well, comment below what string instrument Viola
I would
is
assume,
playing.
because the bottom one is actually her Queen of the Universe promo.
Oh,
so
it's probably just a prop. A viola is very similar to a violin. They're
Uh-huh.
like
I don't even know what a viola is. I thought that was just the girl's name. That was an instrument.
they're a Viola Davis, but they are like, I think they're just like a little bit bigger. Like a viola is a little bit smaller and a violin's a little bit bigger.
That seems
I
unnecessary.
think.
That seems wildly
But the bottom
unnecessary.
one looks like a cello to me.
It's the UK's Thorgy Thor. And she's
Yeah.
kind of giving that with the look, too. Like, very camp.
Yeah, she likes red
Big hair.
wigs.
Yeah, that does not work out well in the UK now.
Oh, you're right, Copper.
Davina. I'm thinking about the runner-ups.
Oh, T.
Like, Davina and Lavoie.
You could never move to the UK. How do you feel?
Cannot win.
How do
Yeah.
you feel about that?
To be fair, though, those are like red. I'm an
Right.
orange, you know.
You're a ginger.
Right. Although the queen that did do Ginger Spice as drag, Just May, she was out first, wasn't she? So
Yeah.
that's not a great track record either. First, I have to find
a UK husband.
a man in the UK to marry and to move there and make that work, and then go on.
So we've got our 5-year plan. Okay.
I actually would love to compete. Not that any of that's going to actually happen, but
In a
I think it
different-
would be fun to be in that workroom with those girls.
Yeah.
'Cause
I've thought that about Canada. I feel like my drag will be really good in
I
Canada.
could totally see that. I could see you in there, and I could see me in the UK.
We just gotta move.
Love a girl who has the talent.
Yeah.
And we've seen an amazing track record for queens from Queen of the Universe that come back and compete. Just about all of them have been finalists, right? Or have they all been finalists? They either come back and host, or come back and place as a runner-up.
Mm-hmm.
And Maxie just won. She should do well. And she did well on her season of that show.
Yeah. Where did she place?
5th or 6th, I can't remember.
Okay. Around there. That's pretty far. Well, it'll be exciting to see what she can bring, having already had TV experience. You know?
It does give her a little bit of an advantage to know what to expect.
Mhm.
And she's already worked with the same production, same World of Wonder.
Yeah.
With Lavoie just being on last year, I think the one thing that was missing was like the aesthetic,
Mhm.
being the runways being there every time.
Right.
She did have some good ones, but
She took some bold choices that I enjoyed, like her Princess Diana,
I would have loved that in a ball where you shrunk 3 looks.
Right.
I just hated
Not
it for
oh.
wasn't that for Snatch Game or the talk show one? Luckily
Yeah.
it was a challenge where she won it so hard it was insane.
Yeah. She wouldn't be able to play, though, on the UK, right?
Why?
The Viola.
Why?
Because they don't do a talent show.
They did last year.
They did?
Lavoie won it.
Oh, wait, you're right. They did. But that's new.
Yeah.
They just started doing
I'm
it.
sure they're going to do that again. Because that's, I think, the highest rated episode of the season.
Oh, okay. So then she would get to showcase that.
Yeah, Lavoie
Okay.
opened it.
You're right. I'm going to be honest. When I watched that episode, it was like right after work and I fell asleep. And I fell asleep through the talent show and then I woke up for the runway. So then I haven't really gone back to watch the talent show.
I did that in the theater to Thor Ragnarok. So I feel you.
Oh,
And
no,
I woke up
but
I
you
woke up
stayed-
and left and everyone was
Were
like, it
you
was
awake
amazing.
for his butt? You stayed awake for the
No.
butt and then you fell asleep?
That was in the last one.
Oh, okay. I don't know nothing
I saw
about
that one on Disney Plus and that was garbage.
I watch everything with her in it.
With Wanda, yeah.
And then I don't watch anything else. I even watched that one Captain America movie that she was in for 5 seconds with Pietro at the end. And I was so mad
That you wasted all
that
that
I
time.
wasted all that
Wait,
time.
but wasn't that Winter Soldier? That's an amazing movie.
I just remember it being bad. But I also don't like Captain America. Sorry.
All right. Moving on. Good thing we're not here to talk about him.
So-
I think it's a very interesting cast.
Yeah. I'm excited. If Page 3, I'm excited to see how she holds up the Colby legacy.
Is she the one that's standing out the most to you?
Sally Trademark.
Sally for the looks, for sure. I don't think anyone seems as interesting for the aesthetic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she seems like the girl for that. I think Elle is one of the most interesting, for sure.
And also Nyongbella.
Yeah.
She looks like a drag that I feel like we haven't seen on the UK. And or really anywhere for that matter. And she seems really cool. Page 3, Sally, Trademark, and Nyongbella.
Oh, well, I guess I have to pick 3 as well.
You don't have to.
I would say...
I'm just indecisive.
So Elle... Actually, Bones is one that stands out to me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to say Miss Diction.
Ooh, yeah.
There's something interesting about her, and she has an interesting aesthetic.
Yeah, she does. She does.
I like it, though. It's a good group.
Seems kind of young.
I mean, yeah, they actually all look young in drag, but I also don't know what they look like out of drag. It sounds like I did based on the way I said that. I would guess that maybe Pasta or Pasty could be older, just based on the drag aesthetic.
Mature.
And you know, when you take all those pictures outside, it's going to make you look older anyway.
It's going to be harsh.
Right. But she's having a good time.
Yes.
I hope y'all had a good time watching us today. Let us know what you think about the UK Season 7 rumored cast and who you're rooting for, who you're most excited for. Yes. And what I love is we always get folks in the comments that live in the UK.
Yes.
And will say, I know so-and-so, I've seen them perform. Let us know your stories, too, because that's always very interesting.
Yeah, I want to hear about that.
Who your hometown heroes are.
Yeah.
I have one last thing to say today. Glad you got to see us. Bye.